Welcome again to Alpha Research Laboratory. My name is Onyema Sly, we are technologist. In continuation of the science laboratory equipment and their uses, hot air oven. Hot air oven comes with a thermostat which aids in regulating the temperature between 200 to 250 degrees. As the temperature of hot air oven ranges between 200 to 250 degrees. A hot air oven is mainly used for moisture content analysis. It is also used in drying of samples or chemicals. Hot air oven also aids in evaporation of solvents after extractions of analytes. Another most important function of hot air oven is also used in the sterilization of glassware and laboratory utensils in a situation where there is no autoclave. Sucklet apparatus. A sucklet apparatus is used mainly in solvent extraction. It is made up of different components such as a round bottom flask, a sample chamber with a thimble in which the sample is being placed in a thimble, a heating mantle with which the temperature is regulated to suit the boiling point of the solvent used in the analysis or in the extraction process. A condenser is connected to a cold water source, which aids in turning the vapor into a liquid. A surface extractor is used mainly in oil extraction, in reflux condensation, and in different food tests that require solvent extraction. Dissolved oxygen meter. Dissolved oxygen meter is mainly used in water analysis. As the name implies, it is used to know the presence, absence, or level of oxygen in a water body. For this machine to give an accurate result, it must be calibrated using a sample of known DO or a distilled water. And the DO of a distilled water is usually 0. So during calibration, the DO meter must be brought into 0 reading before the sample is being taken. So the major role of a dissolved oxygen meter is in water test. Reflux condenser. The reflux condenser is set up in a way that cold water can run through it as it condenses vapor into liquid. The major source of heat for a reflux condenser is usually a heating mantle or a water bath. This is essential because the temperature is regulated to suit the temperature of the solvents in the sample. A reflux condenser is mainly used in sample preparation. It's also used in solvent extraction or in any analysis that requires a reflux condensation. Gas chromatography. A gas chromatography is an instrument which can be incorporated into GCFID or GCECD or GCMS or GCMSMS. But the major one in most laboratories is GCFID and GCMS. A gas chromatography involves a detector, an autosampler which is used for taking and injecting samples, a column oven, and a source of gas which is mainly hydrogen, air, or nitrogen. As the name implies, the gas chromatography is mainly used for fatty acid composition tests, to check for pesticide residue, food additives, and other analysis. Ultrasonicator baths. A sonicator makes use of sounds in cleaning a sample. It usually comes with a controller which helps to sweep the gas and a pause. The major role of an ultrasonicator bath is used mainly for sonication of mixture. It is also used in cleaning of lab glassware using principle of ultrasonic. It is also used for sterilization in a situation where there is no autoclave. An ultrasonicator bath is also used for homogeneous mixing of solution. Chemical oxygen demand reactor. A chemical oxygen demand reactor works together mainly with a spectrophotometer to dictate a chemical oxygen demand in water, which is one of the important water tests. Before chemical oxygen demand reactor is being used, it must be calibrated to ensure an accurate result. So as the name implies, chemical oxygen demand reactor is mainly used to determine the COD in water. And water sample is mainly the one that encourages life, like rivers, streams, or water used in fish pond or aquaculture. So the step-by-step procedure is shown in the video. Water baths. Water baths in a laboratory is mainly used for boiling of water or solution, which are the important steps in sample preparation. A water bath comes with a thermostat that helps in regulating the temperature between 0 and 120. A water bath is also used to heat under vapor for evaporation or extraction. It comes with a space where the sample can be placed and is called sample placements. Water bath is one of the most important equipments in a lab. Vortex mixer. Vortex mixer in the laboratory, as the name implies, is mainly used for mixing solution. Vortex mixer is an important equipment in every science laboratory. Vortex, as the name implies, helps in shaking or mixing of solution. It is used also in preparation of homogeneous mixture, as its mixing rate is more exceptional than a mixer or a shaker. So in a laboratory, a vortex mixer is a must for every science laboratory. And finally, desiccator. The desiccator works mainly with a silica gel as a moisture absorbent, which aid in cooling of dry samples or chemicals. The major work of a desiccator is to cool down the temperature of a substance being placed in it. A desiccator is also used in maintaining anaerobic condition, which is also one of the most important functions of a desiccator. A desiccator is also important when used in preventing moisture loss, as the presence of the silica gel help as an absorbent. So a desiccator is very functional in preventing a moisture loss.